here is the second way that I have used them. And this is a all-in-one gift box. Okay, it's just one piece of A4 card. You don't need to have a school board that has the sort of different sides for boxes. This scoring will just work and fold over, no problem. So what you need to start with is a piece of card, and we're going to go with craft card again for this lovely vintage feel, and the scoreboard. So we are going to, moving bits out of the way, we are going to score this. Now I think I did say just now about there are two different sort of tones on craft card, so decide which way round you want it. I quite like this sort of more warmer tone, so we're going to have that up as our top. So we are going to score at 1 5/8. Okay, so that's 1 and 5 little marks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 marks, and we're going to score that on every side. So 1 5/8 on that side, turn it round. 1 5/8 on that side. 1 5/8 on that side. Just I hope I'm concentrating and doing it the same every side. And 1 5/8 on that side. So that's the same all the way around. And then you're going to turn it so it's lengthwise across the board. And you are going to score at 5 inches. Oh, just checking. Yes, 5 inches. 5 inches. And then turn it round. And same from the other side. 5 inches. Okay. And that's all the scoring done. So we'll get rid of our board. Don't make too much noise with it. Okay, so what we now need to do is to get a pair of scissors, and we're going to cut into each of these. Okay. And these are going to create our flaps in a moment for when we fold our box together. Okay. So all 4 bits on both sides. Now I'm just going to very slightly, I will burnish this in a moment, but I want to decide which part's going to be the lid. Okay, so if I'm going to have this part as my lid, then I need to leave this bit here and this bit here without cutting them. Okay, so I'm going to cut there. Okay. And I'm going to cut there. They will fold up to make the bottom part of the box in a moment. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'm going to cut there. And I'm going to cut there. Okay. And then this will go on the top part of my lid. So I'm going to cut there. And I'm going to cut there. Okay. So I haven't cut these bits here because this is going to be the lid of my box. Okay. Right. So I am going to get my bone folder, creaser, whatever you like to call it, and I am going to go over all my crease lines and burnish them. Okay. And same with the side. Fold those over and burnish all of those. You get a nice crease. Over and over and over. Right, okay, so I have some little pegs. They're not the really tiny ones, but they are smaller ones. Oh, there are a couple of big ones in there. Because I like to when I'm gluing this, I like to put the pegs on to hold them in place. So I'm going to put glue on here and glue on here. Oops. And on my craft mat by the look of it. And I'm going to bring that up there, there, and I'm going to put a peg on it. This glue doesn't take long to dry, but it's just while you're fiddling around, manipulating it, it's useful just to have something that's holding it in place. Otherwise, you move it around and one bit pops up while you're fiddling with something else. So, put up there, peg on there, peg on here. Okay, so that's our base of a box, and you can see this is why this bit wasn't cut, because this is going to go over our lid as our lid there. So glue on this bit and glue on this bit and all over my mat again, and then over. Oh, that's a peg there and a peg on there, and we're just going to put that to one side for the moment to allow the glue to dry. Okay, so while that's drying, we will have a look at the decoupage from this particular sheet, and this was the one with all those lovely traditional sort of scenes with the Christmas tree and the fire and all those lovely things. Now, just go back over this again and just show you how easy these come out if you use the ball tool. So we're just literally going to run around on the mat. In fact, that one's pretty much come out. Okay. Again, going round, pretty much coming out. And this one, and this one, and this one. Okay, so this will be the fiddliest one to get out in a moment. So we are going to a little bit caught there. And a little bit caught there. Oh, and one bit there. Okay, so that's part 2. That will go on the top. They are, it's quite nice. They are several layers, and you don't have to always use all the layers if you don't want to. But they're not too fiddly in terms of what goes on each layer. They're not so tiny that they're not easy to manage. So there's layer 3, and the armchair is also layer 3. That will go there, and then this will be our last one. Let's see, give it a bit of a wiggle. See if we can loosen any more bits. Oh, there we go. And then just that nice last little bit there with our presents. So there's our 4 bits for our decoupage. And again, I'm going to do exactly the same as I did last time. Make sure I get the layers right. I'm going to use my foam folder to shape. Sorry about, I don't know where that came from. Some of this these layers. So that one will go on, and then we'll tree a bit of shape. I'm going to keep saying it now that way. Though I can't stop saying shape. And then we've got the little armchair, and then the little at the bottom. And again, glue gel where you want it. You don't have to cover the whole thing. I mean, those bits are nice and large, so just a couple little bits where you want it raised. Again, make sure you're over the top so you can see what you're doing. And then start in the middle of the tree for the next layer. That's nice on there. The armchair. And then the last piece of our decoupage for this one, the little presents. And again, this is where the syringe is nice because you can tiny little bits just where you want them. Sometimes the tubes are have a very large opening. You end up squeezing out far too much. Okay, so that's another one from this series, and I've moved it. Oh dear. I'm going to have to fiddle with that. Even though I'm not using it, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to sort that out because that will annoy me otherwise. Right, so I'm going to put that one to one side to dry. And in all good Blue Peter fashion is one I've done earlier. Now, I have already pre-cut a few little bits, but I wanted to talk to you about, so I've got my measurements on the back there. I wanted to talk to you about this bit of paper. And I was like, why? Because this is, bear with me a moment. This is the paper that comes in the pack. Don't throw it away. It's there. You see it in every pack. You get this piece of paper, and I love this kind of sort of milky beige colour. So don't throw it away. Use it. Use it. So that's where that's come from. And you can see I've layered it also, the decoupage onto it and onto Christmas red centura pearl. This one is. So I'm just going to layer this up with my measurements on the back. That was 3 7/8 by 2 1/4 if you're interested. What was this one? 4 inches by 2 3/8. There we go. So lay that one up. We'll layer the bit of craft card onto the top. Ooh. And then I do sometimes, just going to put the lid on this, so stop that one blocking. I do like to drop shadow sentiments, not all the time, but sometimes. So I've cut, this is the Creative Expressions Merry Christmas. I've cut it once in that paper and once in the red. Just going to try scrap it again. So I turn it over. Oh, now because this is thinner paper, I might wobble around a little bit more. I don't know if you can see. Sorry if I've gone out of shot. I'm still not 100% sure where I am. No. Right. I might have made a bit of a mess of this because I should have stuck this on first to see where I was going to put it. So I'm going to just put that to one side and pretend I didn't do that yet. Let's get our box and take the pegs off. Now on this box, I did do some more embossing. I haven't done it on this box, but if you want to, then you can. And you can see that literally just fits over the top. No messing. Okay. Now that would annoy me. It has to be said. It would annoy me. So I would probably go in with a pair of scissors. I didn't line that up very well when I stuck it. But it would annoy me. So I'm going to have to trim that off. Okay, so there's our box. One piece of A4 done. I'm going to stick this on the top. And that's that in the middle. And then I'm going to put our, I think I might put that one on with 3D glue gel, but I'm not going to bother with this one. I'm going to stick this one on with the acrylic. There we go. And then I'm going to see if I can salvage my sentiment. Let's see if I can get it to fit on. Move that slightly. Whoops. Move that slightly across. Yeah, I think I might have made a bit of a mess of that one. So what we might do is not drop shadow this one. That's purely user error, nothing else. That was my fault for not watching what I was doing. So I'm just going to put the red one on instead. So yeah, that's completely my fault. So, a bit of glue dotted on the back, blotted on a bit of scrap paper so it doesn't squidge everywhere. Merry Christmas. And keep with a kind of traditional theme, a twine bow rather than a ribbon bow. And again, a tiny little bit of glue gel for that one. And there we go. Done. Few little errors I made with that one, but you get the idea. Really nice and simple. One piece. Sometimes boxes get a little bit complicated with scoring and making sure that the top is smaller than the bottom, but this one works perfectly without any fuss whatsoever. Okay.